Hey y'all, welcome back to Quiet on Purpose, the podcast for real girls with real opinions. I'm Ariana and she's Deja. And y'all, before we even start today, I literally want to talk about my obsession right now.
Okay.
It's literally the secret lives of Mormon wives.
Okay.
So like the mom talk. I'm
Yeah.
just so obsessed with them. Like, I don't know if y'all know. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, so basically it's a show about these group of women. I want to say it's like 5 women. And they're like Mormon wives. Well, some of them been divorced. It's a lot of drama, but they're all Mormon women. So I don't think all of them still practice like
Mormon religion?
yeah, but they're all moms. Like it was like these group of women that got together and just made TikToks.
Okay.
And
That's
they
fun,
just
though.
blew up.
Yeah.
And basically their whole thing, well, first y'all, the show is messy. These white people are
But we
messy.
love a messy show.
So I'm not even mad at it. I'm
Yeah.
like, ooh, the drama. Y'all, it's so much going on in that show. It's so like I could talk about this for hours. But basically the premise of the show is it's just like these group of women, this community, they want to challenge, the cultural norms of the Mormon wives tradition. Like they want to break that stigma. Like a lot of the women on the show, like they're the breadwinners. Like the
for their household?
Yeah, like the
Okay.
husbands, they don't even need to work because like
Yeah, that's what they do.
that's what they do. These women then got famous from TikTok, and I'm like, what do I need to do?
No, for real.
What do I
But
need
if
to
you got
do?
TikTok famous, would you be like, my man could just stay at home?
Oh no, baby, you got to go to work.
Even if it's a little part-time job, you better
You're
be
gonna
in
do
something.
something. You need to clock in somewhere. I don't care if it's a work from home job. You need to be doing something.
Yeah, no, for real, I agree. Like, I don't care if I'm bringing in millions. Babe, you gotta go to work.
Somebody, we both want to work because I want 2 incomes. 2.
Yeah. But that's cute. So, like, they have their own little community.
Yes, they have like their own little community, and they really just want to, like I said, break that stigma. And I think that's that's such a positive thing. Even though the show is so like
Messy.
it's such a positive thing. Like they really
The message behind it
right
is...
is the tradition. Like you can do anything you want to do, basically. Like you don't have to be at home catering to that man all the time. So, but speaking of community, that's kind of what we really want to talk about today. So, like to start it off, I'm gonna ask you, to you personally, like what does community actually mean?
Yeah. I think community is like the people around you in your life, like supporting you, being there for you. I think it's having and they don't have to be family. Like it's just having your people that like even at life's toughest moments, like you're there for me, you support me, you love me. We do life together. Like that's ultimately what community is, like people who I do life with. I
like that. I like how you said it doesn't even have to be your family, because I think sometimes people forget like it's okay to have a close circle that's people like your chosen family, but I like that. And I like for me it's people you don't have to question, like I know like these are my people. I know like I can just be myself and I don't have to be like how do they really feel? I don't know.
Like people that just make you genuinely just feel comfortable,
right?
I like that. Okay, so I feel like in today's society, though, we kind of don't have community really. Like,
I agree.
I think, and part of that goes back to relationships. Like, I feel like we have a lot of relationships, but they're not like consistent. What's another word I'm looking for?
Intentional.
Yes, intentional relationships. Like, it's like, this is my friend. I like her. I have something in common. But outside of just that chemistry, because that's how you would describe it, chemistry. If I like something about you, we have a similarity. There's no compatibility, meaning like when I'm going through life, like, can I lean on you? Will you be there for me?
I think that's good, because I feel like in today's age, I feel like a lot of people are so quick to call somebody your friend, And like you said, like I feel like we have to figure out like, do we have that? Like, because at the end of the day, and I feel like we've said this a couple of times now, but a friendship is still a relationship. So you still have to put in that work. You still have to see if you're compatible. Like there's a lot of things that go into it because it is still a relationship. So I do feel like time and attention, like you still have to put in the work. It has to go into it too.
And I feel like that's why I didn't like it was like a few years back on social media, there was like this big thing about friendships should just be easy, like they shouldn't take any work, but it's like that's not true, because as you said, it's a relationship. Relationships take time and effort, because ultimately we're two people getting to know each other, and I still have to learn you. Like even right now, we've been friends for like a year now, but there's
Right.
still things about each other that we have to learn. Like, yeah, we know enough about each other, but we still got to put in that time, because also who we are right now in 2026 at 28 and 24, we won't be that person at
Right.
30 and
That's
however
good.
old she'll be when I'm 30, 26.
Yeah, I think so.
I
I'm
think,
not good
I
at
don't
that.
know.
But that's
But like we won't
good.
be those same people. So it's like then when we step into that versions, we now have to not completely change our relationship, but it'll alter because we're different people as we get older. So
But that's so good. Like I like how you said that, because like that brings it back to like that community, like your group of people, your friends, like you're not just there for the good moments. Like you gotta, you're supposed to be there for the hard moments too. Like if I'm having a rough year, like last year was rough for me. Like
yeah.
I know, like you were somebody that I could lean on.
And I think that's important to know, because I think sometimes in relationships, we want to be there for the good times. Like we want to be
Right.
there when everything is happy. Like, oh, I'm showing up for your birthday, but it's like
Right.
in that I'm showing up for you. So it's like I'm here for you because I'm showing up. But it's like you said, when you're having a rough time though, am I still there in the same way? Like, am I
Yes.
still showing up? Like, yeah, this is not a good time for us right now, but you're my friend. I love you, so I'm here and I'm doing it with you.
Yes.
Like whether we celebrating you or whether it's like I got to pick my girl up because she going through it. Like I'm still there with you, supporting you and covering you in that.
I like how you said that too. I like how you brought up the birthday analogy, because I feel like, everybody, they don't play about their
Girl, don't play about them
birthday.
birthdays.
Like, you don't count on my birthday, I'm cutting you off. Like, that's how it is on social media now and just in this world in general. So I really like how you said that, because, like, I just feel like if you my person for real, like, if you in my friend group, like, if I'm, like, considering you, like, a friend, like, I'm showing up for your birthday, though, baby. Unless I'm sick, I'm dead. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, even if I'm going through a hard time, like, I'm not. It's your birthday. Like, I'm not about to. You're not even gonna know, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna get myself together, and I'm gonna show up for my
Yeah.
friend,
And I
because
think people forget that they're like, just because I'm going through something, if this is a moment to celebrate you or to be there for you, I can still show up for you although I'm going through something, because my love for you should still be like, I'm gonna still take care of myself, because I can't show up for you if I'm no good, but also like my love for you in that moment kind of transcends what I'm going through in that
right,
moment. It's like I gotta show up for you the same way when I tell you like, hey girl, I'm going through this, I'm gonna expect you to show up. So it's like I still have to be that person
right.
to you that I want you to be to me.
Like, speaking about, like, just showing up for people, like, I feel like when I'm showing up for somebody, whether it's a birthday, whether it's a graduation, like anybody's accomplishments, like I am so, like, I can honestly say, like, I'm genuinely happy for my friend. Like, I'm not sitting up here like, dang, like, but I'm not there yet. Like, I've never been that type of person. Like, if my friend is up, like, period, my friend is up, I'm happy
Right.
for my friend. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like that's where we lack in the community, because I feel like people have this mindset of selfishness. Like, people
Yeah.
are always like, well, I need to get ahead.
And it's like, if you're my friend and you're up right now, I should just be celebrating you being up. The thought should never come back to, dang, Ariana doing good, but what am I doing? Like, it should just be like, Ariana's doing good. Like, cheers for my girl. She like
Right.
clocking, she doing, popping her stuff. But it should never be, now I feel bad about myself because I'm not where she's at. Because it's like, ultimately, if I'm in her community, even if she's 10 steps ahead of me in life, I shouldn't even want to be counting the steps. That should never be
Right.
my thought process. Like, oh, she's getting ahead of me, because that's not a thing. Like, if you're my friend and I love you, and that love that you have for friends, for me at least, the love I have for friends is very similar to the love I have for myself. Like me, like to me, my friends are a part of me. Like,
Right.
girl, I love you. I want the best for you. So it's like, I will never see you doing good and see it as if I'm not doing enough, because it's not about me in that moment. I'm showing up for you because
Right.
it's just a genuine like love for you. Like you said, like, I'm happy for you. I'm not that type of person. And that's where I think in friendships we have that like weirdness, how we always label people weirdos, because it's like, you are genuinely weird if
Right.
you supposed to be celebrating me, but the back of your mind you thinking about how you not doing enough, or you comparing what we got going on, because that's not genuine.
Right, because it's not a competition. Like, we're all friends. We can all make it. Like, I heavily believe, like, it don't need to be a competition.
Yeah. And I feel like too, going into just like community in general, I feel like another big problem that we face is that we don't have like a genuine level of vulnerability with our friends. Like, you get what
Yes.
I'm saying?
It's almost because, like, like, cause how, like we say, people are weird. We kind of have built that wall, you know, like it's almost like, yeah, I trust you, but maybe I don't trust you with everything. Like, can
Yeah.
I, like, if I'm having, let's say I'm feeling depressed, like, can I call you and say, like, hey, like, I'm really feeling down, like, this is what's going on. Like, you know, you quick to call somebody, hey, you want to go out? Yeah, let's go. Like, we going to the bar. But, like, if I'm having a season where I'm like, no, like I don't even want to get, I don't even want to brush my teeth. Like
Yeah.
that's how down bad I am. Like,
Yeah.
can I call you for that?
But you don't show people that moments because it's almost like what our friends were always putting on. Like, it's like if I'm going through something because I don't trust you or I don't trust, and not even, I think sometimes we have to clarify. It's not even that I don't trust you, because it could just be I trust you with this much of me, but I
Right,
don't
right.
trust you with this part of me. And it's not even because of something you've done. It's just for me, like, just like, hey, there's this wall here and I don't trust you into that wall. But ultimately, it's like, if these are my friends or people I do community with, they should be able to know every side of you. And you be like, I trust you enough to know you'll never do anything to harm me.
Right.
You'll never break this trust. Like, this vulnerability that I'm giving you will be received and also reciprocated too.
That's good. Like you said, that reciprocation, because like at the end of the day, like I said earlier, like it is a relationship. So it's like, if I'm always calling you, if I'm always the one calling you, if I'm always the one checking on you, like it's kind of like, well, is that a genuine friendship, you know?
Yeah.
Because I kind of feel like, for me personally, I feel like all my friends, like, for the most part, like I feel like it's kind of mutual. Not as kind of mutual. It is mutual, but it's more like natural. Like I feel like it's never really like a, hey girl, how you doing? Like I feel like we just be talking about something and then we just start talking.
Yeah.
But like I feel like there were a few relationships where, or friendships, relationships, whatever, where it's like, okay, if I don't reach out, then we don't talk. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like,
Are we friends? Do you really care enough about me to see, like, oh, I haven't heard from her in a while. Let me just reach out and see what's up. And I can just be like, oh, girl, I was busy, or girl, I don't know why I haven't called. But also in that moment, I think you have to trust the other friend not to get offended by that. Like, if you just
Right.
like, I was busy, girl, it wasn't nothing, I just forgot to reach out. Like, I can't now be like, oh, okay, so you're just so busy that you didn't think to call me. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. Like, I have to genuinely just like, oh, okay, so you were busy, move on. Like, now how you doing,
Right,
girl, blah,
right.
blah, and let's move forward from there. And I feel like, speaking of vulnerability, do you have you seen those TikToks that's been going around where like people have been saying like they'll show like what's supposed to be like a happy moment in their life, and they'll have all these friends around them celebrating with them, and then they'll be like, and they saw this moment but they didn't see this, and it'll be like them at home crying, or like,
I think I know what you're
and
talking
it's just
about.
like, whenever I see those, I just always like, I'm like, one, it was a part of me that understood that, because I remember I had a season in my life like that. But it's just like, knowing that I had a season like that, it just always makes me feel like, why were these people in your life or supposed to be friends, and you never felt comfortable enough to tell them, like, actually, girl, I'm going through, like, yeah, we can celebrate my birthday, but I just want you to know, I just cried before I walked out the house. Like, I just like, ultimately, like, that's part of that community and doing life together. Like, I should never be at home crying my eyes out every night and she never
And
knows.
nobody knows.
Like, nobody knows what I'm going through, because it's like, if you have people around you and they never know what you're going through, you don't even trust them to tell them, like, hey, I'm dealing with this. Why are they around you? Like, why do you consider them a friend if you don't even trust them enough to say, I'm going through a lot and I need you to also, like, yeah, you might like the fun side of me, but there's another side of me that like really deals with a lot. Like, I cry a lot, I'm going through life, and it's like, I need you to take both sides of me and love them equally.
That's good. And you know, that really makes me think about like growing up, like as a child, like my grandma, my mom, like having these close knit friends, and like to the point where like I remember like my mom being like, "Oh, that's my girlfriend," you know, like in the show Girlfriends.
Yeah.
Like I feel like friendships aren't really like that anymore.
And I feel like it's so crazy, because when I was younger, like, I love seeing like girlfriends living single.
Yes.
I can't think of anything else right now. Those two shows, the black shows,
Right.
like seeing them and be like, when I get older, I want a group of friends like that. Like, I want to live with my friends. I want to do things with them. Like, I want them to be a part of every aspect. But it's like, as I got older, I was like, no, I actually don't want to live with my friends. Actually, like, I don't know.
Actually, if we're being real, I don't really think girlfriends. I don't think they were really good friends, to be honest. But hey,
They were terrible friends, but you know, it was just an epitome of relationships at that time.
Right.
But they were actually terrible friends to each other.
Like Jonah and Tony, girl, y'all should have stopped being friends a long time
When
ago.
that therapist told you to stop in season 1, you should have stopped. Like, but
because that girl tried to sleep. Tony tried to sleep with your man.
the first episode,
like what?
Girl, sucking toes. What was his name? I forgot.
But he liked to suck toes.
But it's just like, no, I know what you mean. Because even like for me, like my mom had, like we lived in a city where we didn't have actual family, so it's like the people that like would be around us or like helping us out were my mom's friends that was just like became family to us because they were there. But I'm honestly like looking at myself, I'm like, I feel like I'm growing that group of friends, but at a point I was like, I don't have no friends that it's like I feel like this is my chosen family.
Right.
Like these people will be aunts and uncles to my kids, but it's like growing up, we always had an auntie or an uncle that was like, yeah, that's my auntie and my uncle. I don't know who they related to. Yeah, like, but the whole time it's just like, no, this is my mama, good friend. That's my auntie. Like, but go ahead.
But I was about to say, like, that's good because, like, even now, like, you don't have family here now. So it's like, you know, your group of friends, like you said, you feel like you're finally getting it. But, like, that really is your chosen family.
Yeah,
because
because like anything happen, like I gotta call them like, hey girl, I'm stuck somewhere, come and get me. And then like you gotta know, like I have to trust that like if I call my friend and say, girl, I'm stuck, come and get me, she gonna come and get me. Because imagine being like, I'm stuck and you be like, oh girl, I'm not getting out of bed. Like, wait a minute.
That's so ugly.
Like,
yeah, we're gonna have to what's the word? Reevaluate this friendship. Because
definitely. I'm like, oh, you say what? Okay.
Okay, don't call my phone no more.
Yeah, like blocked. Don't ask that I get home safe. Don't ask me anything. Like this is over.
It's done.
With.
It's
yes.
cut.
But I just think that's crazy that like older generations had this like built-in family within their friendships.
Yes.
And it just makes me wonder, do you feel like maybe they put more time and effort into those relationships than what we do? Like, do you feel like we just want the instant gratification of just like, you my friend, and that's it?
I don't know, because I almost want to say, like, I don't know if this makes sense, and tell me if this sounds wrong, but, like, I feel like back then, like, times were so different. Like, they didn't really have as much social media. Like, it wasn't, like, everything wasn't social media. Like, it was literally, like, you had to be in each other's faces all the time. Or you had to be on the phone, like. So I just kind of feel like, yeah, like, because what else were you going to do? Like, you didn't have time to sit on TikTok and scroll for 3-4 hours. Like, it was like you had to go outside. You had to touch some grass. You had to actually put in that effort. You had to, like I said, make plans. You had to get out the house.
Yeah, and let's not forget, they didn't have cell phones like us, so they was either paying for minutes or you had to be on that house phone. And I know you couldn't be on that house phone too long with my grandparents. It was like, hold on, babe, put that phone down.
Right.
So I feel like you're right. Like they had more times to actually interact with each other,
Right,
socially. But I feel like their social was like face to face, like
right,
going out places with each other, just calling each other up like, hey, let's have a cookout and getting together. Where like for us, like social is literally what it sounds like, social media. Like it's like, oh, I like her picture, oh, liked it, oh, you're so cute,
oh, we friends.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know nothing about this girl besides and I hate when you be like, oh, do you know this person? And I do this a lot. I'm not even going, like, it's not even the thing other people do. I do this. It's like, no, I don't know her, but I follow her.
Yes.
Like, so you don't know her. The answer is no. Like, that's it. You don't know her. But I feel like social media gives us this warped perception that we really feel like, oh, I follow her on social media. She posts enough about herself. Yeah, I know her. But it's like,
no, you don't. That's good. I like how you said that. But why do you feel like in today's society, like, we don't have that close-knit? Like, I know we talked about, like, the social media, but, like, what, like, even with your group of friends, like, let's say your group of friends, like, why do you feel like it's not the same?
Yeah. I think it ultimately really does come down to the time and effort that we spend with each other. I feel like we spend enough time to be like, this is my friend, I hang out with her, I have a good time with her, but we don't spend enough time to be like, I know who she is at the core. Like, I trust her so much that it's like, I can't anticipate her thoughts. Like, for instance, when I was just drinking the water and you were like, oh girl, don't drink that water, you're gonna spill it. Like, I feel like you gotta put in time and effort for people to even know, like, oh, when I drink water and I laugh, I spill. Like, we don't have those type of interactions with each other a lot. So it's like, I might just spend 5 minutes with you and be like, oh girl, that was such a time. But it's like, No, it wasn't, girl. You just spent 5 minutes with me and we laughed. We didn't talk about
Right.
anything of substance. You didn't learn anything about me. Like, you can't say who I am to the core. I think we just ultimately we aren't as invested in relationships as I feel like our
That's
parents
good.
were. Like, I think we just want just the bare minimum of being like, this my friend, I spend time with her, but it's like, but I'm not actually invested in who you are. I'm
That's
not invested in
good.
your well being and where you're going with life.
Okay, so yes, I like how you said the bare minimum. And that kind of makes me think like, I feel like another part of the reason why things have changed is because one, people don't want the bare minimum. But also like I feel like just with this generation, like I feel like people have learned just to be so independent. Like people don't want to have to be like people don't want to rely on people because like kind of how we talked about, like we don't really have that close knit community as much anymore. And I feel like people have this mentality of like, I gotta get it like me, like it's me,
Yeah.
me. And like I don't want to have to worry or rely on nobody else.
Yeah. And I feel like with our parents and older generations, yeah, it was I have to get it, but it was also we gotta get it. Like, think about, like, I'm gonna take it back real far, y'all. Y'all gonna be like, hold on. Going all the way back to segregation. It wasn't I gotta do better. I gotta get out of this state. I gotta get out of this position. It was we, the community,
Baby, we all
have
going
to
under
get
that
out of
ground-
yes,
that
like we all
underground.
gotta go together. We marching together. We standing up with each other. I think we're losing that sense of like it's we. It's not just I, because ultimately you can make it, but if you made it on your own and you left everybody around you back, it's like
You're still by yourself.
you're still by yourself. And it's like life isn't meant to be done by yourself. Life is meant to be done with other people. And I feel like you said, we are also independent. It's I'm a go-getter. I gotta do this. I own this many businesses, this many this, but it's like when you see opportunities, the opportunity shouldn't always just be for you, because sometimes opportunity is given to you to pass to the next person.
Yeah, that's
but we never think
good.
like that. It's always, you could be doing 10 things and you know you don't got room for something else, but because somebody brought it up, instead of being like, man, I'm already doing 10 things, but Ariana would be great for this position, I'm gonna just be like, yeah, girl, I'm doing this. When it's like, whole time we both would know, like, this actually sounds better for you,
Right,
but
because
I'm
you
doing
got
it
too
because it was
much-
given to me.
That's
So
good.
I like that. Like, we are too independent as people with it, and it's like we think life is about us, but it's like life wasn't designed to be done by yourself. It wasn't designed for only you. You are supposed to have people that you bring with you, whether that's biological family or the people that you come in contact with. And I think we're losing the plot. We're losing it, babe.
Yeah, because it's just like everybody's kind of in their own little world. So it's kind of like, this my world.
And y'all just living in it. But it's like,
Which, don't get me wrong, I said that too, but like I also feel like I want everybody to win. Like, and I just feel like, baby, if one person win, like we all won. Like I feel like that's a win for everybody. Like, you know, I'm 24 now. I definitely can see like that expectations versus reality. Like people definitely don't show up for you sometimes the way you would, and like that really does hurt.
yeah, because I feel like ultimately it's one of those where my expectation is that what I do for my friend, you would just do the same, and not out of obligation or duty, but out of love, and just being like, I'm your friend, I love you,
Right.
so you show up for me, I show up for you. And even sometimes, even if I don't show up, I feel like as a friend, you shouldn't even, the expectation should not be you only show up when I show up. It should just be out of my love. Even if you don't show up for me today because of whatever you got going on, I love you enough to still show up and figure out what's going on, why you didn't show up. I think sometimes as people, we just automatically think the worst, when it's like,
Yeah.
she could have been sick, she could have had a car problem, but she was just like, she ain't show up for me, she don't love me. But it's so much more that goes on, that I think even when people don't do what we would expect them to do or what we would like for them to do, go past just what was done and try to figure out the reason behind.
I think that's so good, because it's like at the end of the day, like you do still have to give people grace, because like I feel like that was something for me, like people felt like I wasn't reaching out to them. Like I said, last year was a really hard year for me. Like I had a lot going on in my personal life, and I feel like people took it personally, like, oh, she's not reaching out. But it's like, you never once picked up the phone, or maybe you did and you stopped.
Yeah.
But it's like you never, like obviously it wasn't that big of a deal to you if you didn't continue picking up the phone and say, hey, like what is really going on? Because and then if you would have asked, I would have been able to say like, hey, like I'm really going through a lot. Like, no, I'm not just ignoring you. No, I'm not mad at you. Like I'm actually going through some real life stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and so I think and that's another thing, like people just take things so personally when sometimes it's like, yeah, like it does hurt, like, you know, if I feel like I'm always showing up for you and you don't. But that's when I feel like you also kind of have to take it into consideration, like, oh well, like, you know, sometimes it's not that deep sometimes.
And I think, like, when you go back to it's not that deep, it's like ultimately you have to realize that we all are going through something.
Right.
And people love and interact with each other differently. And out of being in a friendship or community or a love for me, you need to realize that, like, now you need to realize that was a little harsh. We have to come to the conclusion that not everything is always about us, because like how you just said, people were kind of like, oh, you never reach out. But it's like, that's me thinking about me, but never thinking, but what are you going through that you're not reaching out? Like, it's easy for me to point out what you're not doing wrong rather than look at myself and be like, well, have I asked her what's going on? Have I tried to figure out why she isn't calling or showing up? Like, but for me, I think that becomes also too the being the friend that you always wanted and the friend that you needed. I think, like, for me, because I went through a really tough season before too, and I knew, like, it wasn't just what my friends were doing, but it was also what did I need from them that they weren't doing. I think when me and you had our talk and you kind of said you were going through a lot, it was, in my mind, it was like, okay, let me be the friend to her that I wanted and needed when I was in that season. And I think I did a good job with it. I was trying to, like, just be supportive, but also be like, let me give you space though, because ultimately when you're in that, it's like, you don't want somebody always on top of you, but also, like, you want somebody that you know, like, but if I need you, you're right there beside me, walking life with me. And I think that's a good point, actually.
That is a good point.
You want a friend that's gonna walk right beside you at the pace, but never try to get in front of you, never try to cross over you, but just like, no, we in our lane, we striding through life together.
It out, right? Yeah, we gonna figure it out together one day at a time.
And if you tell me, like, hey, I need you to take a pause, I'm okay taking a moment to step back and, like, let me let you walk along in this season for a minute, but always know, like, you reach your hand back and my hand is right there.
That's so good, for real, because I feel like, you know, at first, like, I feel like maybe she did take it like, oh, she being weird, not weird, but like she's being distant. But then it was like when we actually had that conversation, I could, like, she realized, like, oh, like she just needs some space. And then, like, after that, look at us now, like, we good now. So, but that's why I feel like, you know, that's when those friendships come in. You gotta have that community, you gotta have that relationship. And I feel like even in those tough seasons, that's kind of where you can kind of see, is this gonna be a real friendship? And that's when you can kind of see who you gonna grow with or who you gonna outgrow.
That's true, yeah. Because it could have been the opposite too. You could have told me, like, oh, I'm going through a tough season, and I could have been like, I don't got time for no friend going through no tough season. You go through that, baby, and come back to me when you want to be friends. But it's like, no, babe, because when I get through it, I won't be your friend again. And I think people have to realize that, like, seasons, I do believe seasons depict who people are in your life. Like, you'll have, if you're going through a season of trials, tribulations, and you have those friends that just, like, you tell them, like, because you expect them to be the friends you could tell what you're going on, and when you tell them, they kind of like, oh, I'm gonna let you get through it. Yeah, like, let me call you back. It's like, oh, okay, so you're not the friend that I thought you were. And sometimes it might be the friend where you don't even expect them to be there for you, that's riding with you the hardest, that's like, no, girl, I'm gonna support you in this, I'm gonna be here with you through this.
That's really good. And you know, that made me think about that analogy you had said it not a long time ago, it wasn't that long, but where we talked about the tree, there was a tree, a branch, and a leaf. What was it again? I feel like that was really good.
The roots, the tree, and the leaves. And I always say, like, I feel like roots are those friends that's like, no matter what roots are community, basically. Like, no matter what I'm going through in life, no matter what my season look like, you're there with me. Like, you are in the ground doing the work with me, pulling me through that season. The branches The branches are like the people, they're a little stable, but like, they probably not gonna be the friend that I can call and they gonna pray with me and they gonna give me through. They probably the friend that's gonna be like, oh, you going through that? Okay, girl, let's think of a plan. But like, you know, like, you're not 100% walking it with me. And then leaves are like the people where when I'm going through that season, I call you and you kind of just like, oh, girl, call me when this season over with. Like, they fall off as time goes because I've outgrown you. You no longer serve a purpose with me. So yeah,
I really like that. I feel like that literally, like, That's
I got that from Tyler Perry, y'all, and I just
Lord,
I just like
Tyler
always,
Perry,
but he talked about it in relationships, but I just
Okay,
always
that's
like
good.
switched it to friendships.
Y'all know
like,
that's he's a little. Y'all know they say
you know,
I ain't even.
It's the Medea plays, y'all. Y'all know back in the day. I don't know this new Medea, but them plays, it was some life lessons in there.
Right, but like I think that's so good because it's just like sometimes we just going in different directions, and I think that's okay.
That's okay, yeah. Like it's just like I might have thought like you were going in this direction with me, but as time go on, it just shows like no, we're not going the same place, and it's no malice, no ill will. It's just hey, I'm going here, you're going there, and unfortunately, the train has stopped here, and you got to get off.
And I'm gonna keep going. Sorry, no tea, no
chugga,
shade.
right.
Chugga. But I think that's really good. But like ultimately, like, what do you feel like? Because we kind of talked about outgrowing people. We talked about people like the mindset change and stuff. But like, what do you feel like we need today, like, to have that community again? Like, what do you feel like is missing?
Yeah, I feel like what we're missing is really being past surface level. Like I think our relationships with people, you have to get to know people at their core. Like you can't just know somebody for a season that they were in. You can't just know the basic about them. Like I have to know like because there will be times where you'll do something that I won't like, but I have to know who you are as a person to know that I might not have liked that response or that reaction in that moment, but that's not who you are.
Right.
I think sometimes as people, we allow like quick judgments or reactions to like be the basis of who somebody is. But it's like if I know you and I know who you are at your core, I should know that even if you did something I didn't like, it wasn't malicious or to hurt me. It was just in that moment you did something I did not like. But I think as people, we don't allow each other in enough to even get to the core of who somebody is. Like we don't trust each other to even like allow people in to build relationship. And I think that's just a problem, y'all. Like we got to get past being surface with people. We got to understand that friendships are supposed to be there to support and cover and love us. And the only way people can support you is if they actually know what you're going through or know who you are to be able to say, like, one thing that keep popping in my mind is like, if I'm in a room and you're not there, yes, if somebody is saying something about you, because you're my friend, I know you, and I hear something that's not who you are, I should be able to say like, no, actually that's not her. Like,
right.
let me let you know who she is if you're not here, because that's community. Like nobody gonna talk bad about my girl and I'm sitting right here like, hold on, babe, no, that's not true. Like let me correct that. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's good because that makes like people have to understand you.
Yeah.
Like, girl, if I don't even know you, I don't know what you're thinking. I don't even know anything about you. How am I?
Yeah.
Like, how are we gonna have that community? And I feel like another thing, like how you kind of said, like we don't trust people. Also, like I feel like, but in order for that, like you gotta feel supported as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like we really have to work on like. We just have to support people. I feel like we really have to get out of this selfish mentality of like it's just me. Like I feel like we really need to go back to like we all can win. I really believe like we all can win. I don't see the need for the competition. I'm not in like, especially when you be in competition with people you don't even know you're in competition with.
Girl, because how I'm in competition and I don't even know I'm in the race. Like, babe, like you're at an unfair advantage because I don't even know I'm competing. But I really like when you said people can't trust you if you don't let them
supported.
If you don't feel supported. That's why I hate y'all mysterious people. Like, why are you in the room and you not saying anything? Why are you just listening to everything but we don't hear anything from you? Because that to me is where trust issues come. Like I hate being in a room with somebody and I'm pouring myself out, I'm talking
and you're not saying nothing.
You don't offer anything because it's kind of like you don't have to say anything, but
why are you not?
Why are you just listening? Like that gives me a monitoring spirit. You just watching and listening to see what I got going on, but you're not offering anything back. And that's where that trust comes from. Because I'm like, I'm quick to look at my friends like, and let's stop talking now.
Right, because
I do that a lot too. Like I really do be like, and let's stop talking.
Because
that's exactly how I do it. Like,
that is how she do it.
Because you're not about to just be listening to us, babe, and collect the information. Like,
no, that's really weird though. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, but I like that you said that though, because I do have to trust you. I have to feel supported by you, even if you don't agree with what I'm doing. You still have to support me and be like, I don't agree with you, girl. I'm not here for it. But what's the saying? If you like it, I love it.
But that's good because that also makes me think about like like people be so quick to like you have one argument and like that's it. We're not friends no more.
And it's just like, girl, what?
Like, why is that like that? But you gave that man 800 chances, but I do one thing wrong. Now
Girl,
I'm cut off.
God forbid.
Now I'm a
like,
weirdo. Like,
now you should have never trusted me to begin with, but it's like to begin with. But it's just like I should get the same grace that you would give to a man. Like if I'm your friend, like we say, friendships are still relationships, y'all.
Yes.
And that's why I hate when people don't want to work through friendship problems, because it's like this is just like any relationship that you have in life. You have to work through it. You have to navigate the ins and the outs, the hard times, the struggles to get to something good. Like
right. But I just feel like all in all, y'all, like we just need to be more community based.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like in order to have that, you also need to be intentional about, who's in your circle.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. You do need to be intentional. I actually saw a quote. It reminded me of us because it was like, to be a good friend, you have to be intentionally consistent with your
You're
friend.
lying.
I promise you. I was like, I said, oh my goodness, that is so crazy. But that's true because like, I do have to be intentionally consistent at working on our friendship and wanting the best for both of us for it to move forward and grow.
Because, like, even with this podcast, like, sometimes we be slacking and then one person be like, come on, and it just be go back and forth.
Yeah.
But I think, like, we're really trying to, do this. Like, we're really doing this together. Like, and I feel like this is also, like, strengthening our friendship because, like, we're all, like, we're constantly talking about the podcast, but, like, we're spending more time together. Even though, like, sometimes, like, last week we was like, all right, girl, I'm going to see you when I see you.
Yeah, like, bye,
But
girl.
we also were together for our other job.
Y'all don't even want to know, like, yeah.
So it's like we are with each other more. So I just feel like that gives us the opportunity. Like even today, like I asked her a question that I didn't even know. Like I was like, how did this happen about your family?
Oh yeah.
So it's like, even we've been, like we said, we've been friends together. Y'all. We've been in a relationship for about a year, but we're still like learning each other.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And I feel like back to this podcast, I think it's grown because I think like there are times that we communicate and I be getting frustrated because I be like, bro, like, are you like, I be like looking at her phone like, is she not understanding me? Like, what's going on here? But it's like, we got to work through that because like, we're trying to do this together. And ultimately I have to trust you enough to know that even when we not on good terms and we filming this podcast, or it's just like, I don't know what's going on. We ain't talked in a whole week, boom. But like I still have to trust her to know that like this is a vision that we both have with each other and we're going in the same path and we're going to support each other through this journey. I feel like that's what community is. Like we trust and love each other enough to know that like we going to make it through this together, through the highs, the lows, the ups and the downs. Like we're doing this with each other.
Yeah, that's so good.
I know, yeah. I hope y'all got something from it. I feel like maybe we should get them like some takeaways like about community.
Okay.
One for me would be the friend that you want or need to other people.
Yes, I like that. I think for me, I would say remember to give people grace, but also don't let people walk over you.
That's good. I would say spend more time with each other, not just through social media or on the phone, but like actual in-person physical time with each other.
Yes, go touch some grass.
Period.
And then let me see. I say also just remember that everybody can win.
I like that one. We all gonna be up together.
I like that. We all up.
Yes. But that's it for this episode of Quiet on Purpose, the podcast for real bros with real opinions. Remember, say it loud, but say it on purpose. Bye.